The movie opens in an eerie, abandoned place, where silence hangs heavy in the air. Amid the desolation, a trembling hand slowly reaches for a phone, its owner unseen but clearly in distress. Moments later, flashing sirens pierce the stillness as police cars and an ambulance rush to the scene. A young girl, battered and barely conscious, is carried away. What happened to her? Why is she in such a horrifying state? The story rewinds to that same morning, a time of innocence and routine. 12-year-old Jenny walks to school, her small frame shielded from the rain by a cheerful umbrella. The streets are empty, save for her hurried steps splashing through puddles. Suddenly, a strange man steps into her path, blocking her way. He wears a sinister smile. "Are you going to school?" he asks, his voice unsettlingly calm. Jenny hesitates but answers, "Yes." The man's eyes linger on her umbrella. "That's a very nice umbrella. Can I share it with you?" Jenny's heart races. "I'm getting late for school," she says, glancing toward the distant school gates. The rain continues to pour, isolating her further. In the next chilling moment, the scene shifts. Jenny's once pristine umbrella lies shattered, its broken frame twisting in the mud. Her shoes, bag, and belongings are scattered across a deserted place. And there lies Jenny, injured, terrified, and utterly alone. Somehow, she manages to call an ambulance with her phone. The police arrive with an ambulance, and a girl is taken to the hospital. This becomes a very big issue. When the girl's mother arrives at the hospital and sees her condition, she gets scared and faints. There are wounds all over her body. The man not only raped her but also tried to kill her. Although the girl is still alive, her condition is very bad. Doctors say she will have to undergo surgery, and parts of her small and large intestines will need to be removed. After the operation, the doctor tells her father that they had to remove her large intestine and anus, so they had to put an artificial anus in her body. Now an ostomy bag will be put in Jenny's body, in which her waste material will come out. She will have to live like this all her life. Because of an animal, this happy family was completely broken. When Jenny comes to her senses, her father goes to meet her. Jenny asks her father, "Did you not go to work today?" Her father says, "My work is done." Jenny tells her father to catch that bad man. "He gave me a lot of pain," she says. The pants she wore had a lot of pockets. Her father tells her to rest now. Jenny says, "I am sleepy, and if I go to sleep, I will forget everything." Actually, she wants that man to be caught at any cost. Jenny's father comes out of her ward with great difficulty, and finds out that the man who did all this to her has been identified by the police. But the police tell Jenny's father that they do not have any evidence against that man. For this, we will need Jenny's statement. When Jenny's father tells this to her mother, she gets very angry. She says, she has just been through such a big incident, and you want her to remember the whole incident? Next, we see a psychiatrist comes to treat Jenny. The psychiatrist starts asking her questions. Everything is being recorded. Jenny is shown photos of many people one by one. When the face of the person who harmed her comes in front of her eyes, she closes her eyes. The psychiatrist understands this is the man. After this, Jenny is shown many smaller photos and is asked to identify the man. With great difficulty, Jenny opens her eyes and points at the photo of the monster who harmed her. Now the police have all the evidence to arrest him. The police arrest the rapist. After being caught, the matter escalates in the media. Everyone gathers outside the hospital. When Jenny's dad learns about this, he rushes inside the hospital, wanting to protect his daughter from the media. He knows how extensively the media will cover the case. While shifting his daughter to another room, the media enters the hospital. Jenny's dad picks her up in his arms, holding her glucose bottle, and rushes up the stairs. Jenny's mom tries to stop the media but becomes unconscious because she is also pregnant. Jenny's dad takes her to another room. Jenny asks her dad, "Have I done anything wrong?" Her dad replies, "No, you haven't done anything wrong." However, Jenny's cloth bag, where her toilet waste material is stored, starts leaking, causing the waste to fall on the bed. When her dad begins to adjust her clothes to fix it, Jenny gets an attack of post-traumatic stress disorder, remembering the incident. She becomes completely restless. At first, her dad doesn't understand, but after a few moments, he realizes what his daughter is experiencing. Heartbroken, he steps back. Later in the evening, Jenny's dad visits her room again. Jenny completely covers herself with a sheet. He tells her, "Your mom is not well, so she can't come to meet you. She told me you need a sibling. Very soon, your younger brother or sister is going to come." Jenny doesn't respond or remove the sheet from her face. This deeply saddens her dad. He understands that the incident that happened this morning has made Jenny not want to see or talk to him. Jenny's dad's heart is completely broken by this. He tells Jenny, "I am outside, you don't need to hide your face," and they leave the room. Meanwhile, the hospital bill keeps increasing, and Jenny's dad doesn't have enough money to pay it. The day arrives when the rapist appears in court. When questioned, he completely denies the accusations. He claims he works at a construction site, worked all night, drank liquor in the morning, went home, and slept, insisting he knows nothing about the incident. However, there is complete evidence against him. Jenny's blood is on his clothes, and the soil from the crime scene is on his shoes. The criminal tries to defend himself by saying his shoes were stolen, and when the police arrested him, they were found at his house. He accuses the police of framing him. Jenny's dad's friend, filled with anger, hits the rapist with a shoe and asks him, "Do you even call yourself a human?" The police take the criminal away. The next morning, the psychiatrist talks to Jenny again. They have a long conversation. The psychiatrist tells Jenny that her school is about to reopen since summer vacation is ending. She asks if Jenny would like to go to school, but Jenny says no. She fears that all her friends know what happened to her, and she doesn't want to face them. The psychiatrist asks her how she feels, and Jenny shares her thoughts and feelings. She says that because of her, her mom and dad are unable to go to work, and her treatment is costing a lot of money. She doesn't like it at all, although she misses her school friends deeply. She doubts whether she will ever be able to return to school. Jenny reveals that she prays every night, hoping that when she wakes up, everything will be fine, but every morning, nothing changes. She recalls how her grandmother used to say, "I want to die." At the time, she didn't understand what it meant, but now she does. Jenny says, "I don't know why I was born." It's clear that there are many deep emotional wounds in her heart and mind, which will take a long time to heal. Her mom and dad come to pick her up, but she still doesn't look at her dad. When her dad drives, he puts a curtain in the middle of the car. As the car passes the place where the incident happened, she starts feeling unwell. Her dad drives quickly to reach home, but as soon as she gets out of the car, she vomits. Outside her mom's shop, she sees that her friends, especially Pete, have written many kind notes for her. Seeing this, she feels a little better. Later, her dad is informed that Jenny's case is getting weaker. The rapist has claimed he is physically and mentally unfit and was drunk on the morning of the incident. He has filed a petition, and the recorded testimony from Jenny's camera has been removed, meaning Jenny will have to testify in court. Her dad knows this will be traumatic for her, as she would have to face the man who hurt her. Jenny's dad visits the rapist in jail. The rapist initially says, "If I did all this, I don't deserve to live. No human would do this, only a pig." But moments later, he talks about a compromise, saying he doesn't have money now but will earn money soon and pay whatever is demanded. Jenny's dad realizes the rapist remembers everything and is lying. The rapist then threatens him, saying, "If you don't compromise, I will get out of jail soon, and what I did once, I can do again." This enrages Jenny's dad, who starts smashing a chair against the glass. The day arrives when the rapist is presented in court again. Jenny is also brought in and identifies him. Despite her testimony, the judge sentences the rapist to only 12 years. This angers everyone in the courtroom. Jenny's dad, who had already decided to kill the rapist if the punishment was too lenient, approaches him. Jenny, crying, holds her dad's leg and pleads, "Dad, let's go home." Her dad stops, hugs his daughter, and leaves.